Today is December 9th, 2020, and you're watching and listening to the Bush League Bros podcast.
Howdy ho, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Bush League Bros Sports Talk. Brett Batchelder here. The man in the middle of a move, Paul Liakis, Mr. Bear Walls back there himself.
Oh yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Not great. No, just kidding. just is anything worse than fucking moving, dude?
Moving's
Like,
the worst.
It's fucking
Moving
the worst,
sucks.
dude. It just, we all got busy lives already. We do this, we do school, we work, and then you just throw in a fucking move to that, and it's just
Brutal.
Makes you reach for the alcohol, I guess.
You should have just waited
phrase.
2 weeks, man.
What do you mean wait? We'll move during
Bro,
Christmas?
Well, yeah, when we don't have school,
Yeah, that
How
would be
important?
ideal.
We'll talk about Christmas
That would be
later, but
ideal.
how important is Christmas? I mean, come on.
Not that much.
Come on.
So yeah, instead of the drink, I'm chugging random energy drinks.
You
just
gotta
to
do what you gotta do to
just
be
gotta-
alive.
I think I need get an IV drip of this for this week. Just
Ooh, right into the veins.
just fucking hardline that shit in there. But yeah, you know what? I'm a gamer.
This is what you were born for.
This is what I was born for, man.
Yeah.
We have podcast. The champions perform greatest
Back
in
against
face
the
of
wall.
adversity, in the face
That's
of
right.
adversity.
That's right.
So that's what
You don't have to be able to pronounce adversity to be able to overcome it. So good for you, man. Good for you. You got this. You are.
I'm a little delusional right now.
Yeah, I can tell this is gonna be a very
Honestly,
interesting.
I feel like I need this podcast
We'll go
help my zen.
loosen up a little bit. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see where that goes. One thing I did want to get to before we get into anything podcast-wise, I know you and I had already kind of discussed some of this stuff. We have Christmas break coming up, everybody. So what our plan is going to be is we're going to try to revamp the podcast here a little bit. Really start to focus on building it. I know we've just been kind of, doing what we do the last couple months just to have fun and kind of get used to it. And, while this guy's got
under our belts.
Yeah, I mean, this guy has a chaotic life over there. Me, I'm going through a whole new different career change and things like that I'm trying to do. And we're both trying to graduate here within the next few months. So a lot's going on, but we are going to start rededicating ourselves. And what we want that first step to be, there may be some new show formats and maybe a different schedule. We're only doing one show this week just so Paul can get his move in. That's why we're recording on Wednesday. We're not doing any picks, anything like that. We'll still have fun. But one thing we want you guys to start doing or start thinking about doing is sending us, I don't care if it's tweets, video clips on our Twitter and our Facebook page at Bush League Bros for both of them. Send us, if you want to put a video clip of yourself asking us a question, a topic that you'd like us to talk about, whether it's sports related or something stupid, kind of like what we do in our Barside conversations. We'll be more than happy to do that. We'll start doing, I'll start actually helping out on the editing, as needed. So we can put y'all's faces on there. You guys can be a part of the podcast. And if you have a topic that you maybe want to jump on, you maybe have your own podcast, you want to jump on our pod. We just talked to Michael Fabian of Snapbacks and Bow Ties on our last episode. Check that out. We want to get more guests on the show. We want to work on more engagement with you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Feel free, again, start tweeting us topic ideas or things you want us to discuss. Start sending us videos that we can put on the show to get your little face out there. And we'll start doing that. So just a few things to look forward to as we get closer to the new year.
Hell yeah. I think, hopefully live formatting of some sort is still on the way as well.
Yes, we also do want to
get
get, with the live chat and all that fun stuff too. This is just step one in that direction.
We need some software upgrades before that happens, which...
Yeah, I got to get some of the schoolwork off my computer so it stops bogging down.
Right. My MacBook's like, your iCloud not updated because you have an
I get
excessive amount of files.
Yeah,
on
I get storage full. Like every
Yeah.
assignment that I turn in or save, it gets on there.
Yeah.
So
it's like
we're
it's
gonna.
like the LimeWire days when there used to be just excessive amounts of porn on your computer and make it crash.
You little sicko. You can't go an episode without bringing up pornography. You got some problems, pal. I'm gonna pray for you.
But nowadays it's
But you're not wrong.
it's just schoolwork. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that's where my life is
How?
going.
I mean, what a downward trajectory.
I would
right?
take the LimeWire days. Yeah,
Crashing because of the
in a heartbeat.
porn, but now we're crashing because of actual schoolwork. I mean,
Yeah.
golly, you don't
rough,
even get
dude.
off the schoolwork. That's brutal. But let's get away from the pornography. Let's get away from prevert Paul, creeping too much into the show. You're delirious right now. It was bound to happen. Let's talk a little pop culture here. Got some things before we get into sports talk. And one thing I want to talk about, movie theaters.
Yes.
I don't know if are you a big movie theater guy? Do you like the movie theater experience before we get into this topic?
No.
You're not a fan.
Going
Okay.
to the movie theaters, dude.
Okay, I enjoy going to the movies. All right.
God. Yeah.
But Warner Brothers, I'll explain why here in a second.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers might have just killed the movie theaters altogether. They announced, I think it was last week or last weekend, that all of their 2020 movie theater releases, they'll still come out in theaters, but they're also going to come out on HBO Max. So you don't have to go to the movie theaters anymore if you're a degenerate like Paul.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with going to movies, bro?
It's terrible, dude.
What's terrible about it?
You gotta, first off, you pay like minimum $50 to see a movie nowadays. With all
Where are you going to watch movies? The snacks.
The snacks, the tickets.
You don't sneak in your own snacks?
Sometimes, but you gotta get the popcorn. Yeah.
I'm not a popcorn guy, so it's probably why I don't mind the movies.
True. Good point. Yeah. So, if you're not a popcorn guy, I guess maybe you could save some money that way, bring your own candy bars. But so there's that factor. But then also, I get the appeal of like the big screen and like the surround sound in there. But it's like even better than that is like chilling in my bed watching the latest movie come out and making my own popcorn. I make some little.
I'm not a popcorn guy, but who wants Pop Secret versus movie theater popcorn? What is wrong with you?
It depends where you go, but I've been to some movie theaters where it's hit or miss on the popcorn, man. Like you can get really shitty popcorn from a movie theater too, like just stale. Like it's fucking been in there all day, dude. Yeah. So and then you pay like $17 for $17. Like, is there anything that's upcharged more than movie theater popcorn? Do you know how much?
Their candy's pretty upcharged too.
Yeah,
and
but
soda, it's all.
But I'm talking about like, how much do you legitimately think a thing of popcorn costs? I guarantee you. That the container that you get the popcorn in costs more than the popcorn inside of it.
Oh yeah, that's probably 50 cents that they paid for that large tub.
For the tub
full of popcorn. Plus the popcorn. Yeah,
the popcorn inside of it. I don't care how much it is. Like I don't know. Like it could be 10 gallons of popcorn. That's like 7 cents.
Yeah.
And you pay $17. It's like a 6 million % upcharge. Yeah.
You're not wrong. I like a nice movie theater, and you know what? I even pay for my own snacks nowadays.
Floors are sticky, dude. There's some kid is.
What kind of shitty movie theaters are you going to where you're stick? That sounds like Tropicana Field. You don't stick to the floor at a movie theater. I don't know what's going on up there in Boston, but this is down here in Florida.
I haven't even been to a movie theater since I've been back here. I'm talking about anywhere I ever went in Florida, dude. They were all.
What movie theaters in Florida are you going to?
I don't know, man.
The slums?
Good ones. Yeah. I went to that one in Orlando, that City Walk. That one, that one was actually all right.
But. City Walk's okay, but I'm not going to. I've been there a couple times, but I go to Universal.
Let's just put it this way. The only reason I ever go to a movie theater is if someone drags me to a movie theater, either via a date, like I don't know, like
I don't like movie theaters as a date spot. I'm not a big fan of that.
It's the worst. It's the worst date. You don't.
Yeah,
talk,
I'm not a big fan of that.
Sit there and if the movie's bad, it just like immediately sets the date off on a bad footing, right?
Yeah, and then like you got to share your snacks. I'm not interested in sharing my
Yeah.
snacks. Get your own fucking snacks.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
yeah. I'm
You go
I'm
share
out
my
on
soda.
dates
Yeah,
at movies. That makes sense to me.
yeah. And then I
You
mean,
get your bros out. You get some candy. Then you go get lunch afterwards. That's a good day. It's a good
lunch
day,
afterwards. I don't know. I'm not also not. So you're saying like you're a daytime movie guy? That's a psycho move. Yeah.
bro. There's nobody in there. You get the freshest of everything. Okay, if you're gonna eat there, if you're gonna get a snack, your popcorn. They're
Yeah.
just now cooking it
Yeah.
or kerneling it, whatever the hell you call making popcorn.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you get like you go with your squad, and you can follow bro code. You've got a seat in between each of you. You're not all
Mhm.
huddled together like a bunch of cutie patooties. We ain't doing
Yeah.
anything weird like that. You got to have a
You
seat
want to
in
know?
between. You
Yeah.
spread out, and it's a great time.
Yeah. I hear you. Last time I went with like a bunch of friends, I got dragged to the Star Wars premiere, and I was like, this
The last
fucking.
Star Wars movie,
I don't know which one it was, dude. I was like, this is. They
Disney
like.
one. You don't like Star Wars, huh?
No, I'm super out on Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love Star Wars. I don't love the new movies.
yeah.
The old movies are
I don't.
great,
The old ones are great. Yeah, I like the old ones, but
and the show The
I don't
Mandalorian
like
is
them,
phenomenal.
and I don't like them that like I need to go at midnight as soon as the new
Oh, I
movie
don't,
goes
dude.
out.
I haven't gone to a midnight release since
Yeah.
I was in my early 20s. See, that's for young kids.
You want to know?
I can't do
You
that.
want to know the ultimate psychopath move at a movie theater
Okay.
that one of my exes used to pull every time we would go? She would get the movie theater nachos and cheese.
Ooh,
That is
no,
a
you never
psychopath
get
move.
movie theater nachos.
Every time I'd be like, "What are you doing? Like what? Like are you like? Do you see like what this looks like? Like it's fucking.
Bro,
It's like Frito Lay's and like
it's plastic
plastic
cheese
cheese. Yeah.
that's 4 days old. You never
No.
go for the movie theater nachos. I'm with you on that one.
Hmm. Yeah, just a crazy move.
So
Probably explains a lot.
so movie
Yeah,
theater's dead.
dead.
We're not going to be able to
I'm okay with
consume
it.
content like that. I'm not okay. I'd like movie theaters to come back because I do enjoy going. I don't need to go. I used to go to movies all the time, even way before COVID. The last few years, not so much because who has the time, but I do still enjoy a nice movie.
Hmm.
That way of consuming content again could be dead. Facebook has ranked, this is more pop culture stuff, has ranked The Last Dance as the pop culture moment of 2020. And I'm pretty excited. I was pretty surprised to see that. I mean, other notables, Dave Chappelle's last special was at number 2. The WAP was at
What
number
was that 3?
3.
Yeah.
Lakers winning at 5. And, one of my personal favorites, Shakira and J-Lo's halftime performance was at number 6.
Holy shit! How long ago does that feel like?
A long time ago. And
I feel like
Tiger
that
King
was not this
surprisingly
year.
low at 9. I didn't watch Tiger King, but felt like that got a lot more
Tiger King
hype
was
than
like
Last Dance.
yeah, Tiger King was like a one-hit wonder, dude. It's
Was it?
like like it was the biggest thing in the world for like 2 weeks and then just fell off the earth. I think The Last Dance was
I'm
actually
happy that it won.
It's funny that this is on here. I was actually just because it's on Netflix now. I was just watching
Mhm.
like part of it again. It's so good, dude.
It's the best.
It's maybe like I don't know, man. Like in terms of I know it's like a series, but in terms of like sports documentaries, it's got to be a top 5 sports documentary of all time too, right?
It's
Would
it's
you
up
say?
there.
I've seen
There's
a lot
none
of
that
them,
are
so
just yeah. I mean, pick a 30 for 30 that you
yeah,
love. But I mean,
yeah,
I can't just run to think of one that goes, "Oh, that's definitely better than Last Dance."
yeah. No, yeah, exactly. And
So good.
it was. I think if you think back on it too, when that was going on, we were in class together. I think we had talked a little bit about it, and we were kind of doing some schoolwork regarding it. Like we were kind of commenting for our schoolwork, but it was such an event because sports were dead at that time. Remember, like
Yeah.
there was no
It was
no
right when
sports.
everything got canceled. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and when that came out, like it was event viewing. Like you couldn't, like I was watching it immediately when it would come
Mm-hmm.
out right at like 9 p.m. on Sundays. I think like it was literally the only thing I did for how many episodes were there? 6 or 8?
I think it was 8.
Yeah.
There was 6.
And yeah, man. I mean, great. It was an event. It was probably the top pop culture event And I'm sure
I mean, that
Facebook
gives
ranks
me.
this somehow like by what's talked about the most, right? So
I guess I don't know who goes down that far a rabbit hole. I was just proud and pleasantly surprised that MJ The Last Dance. I didn't think that would be the top moment of 2020 in any pop culture category. I just, it's nice to see sports back on top where it belongs. That was pretty encouraging to me.
I like Chappelle's special at number 2. When did Chappelle's special come out?
Early this year.
It must have been like January, right?
Like, I actually just watched it like 2 weeks ago for the first time. I was saving it, forgot I was saving it, and then I watched it. I think it's called, was it Sticks and Stones? I think it was called.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. I mean, it's Chappelle.
Great.
Chappelle's the man.
It's so great, dude. It's the one where like you see like remember this one came out and like all the like a 0 on
all the
Tomatoes,
woke, editors or whatever you call those clowns, reviewers.
And then like the audience score was like 99%, and
his attack on cancel culture was just beautiful,
phenomenal, man. He is led the way on that. And you gotta appreciate it. it. Comedy is so important, and it's another thing that's like really like fucked up, that live comedy and has gotten really destroyed this year. Like there's not really been live comedy shows.
They're all going.
There has
Texas
been some,
now.
but yeah, it's just
Bill Burr's down in Texas because they're wide open.
But
it's good stuff.
Exactly. It's a shame because comedy definitely is something that's needed in this country in terms of when the woke people or anyone really, it doesn't have to be the woke, it can be the people that are too far.
Anybody that gets offended by anything.
Exactly. Like
the sensitive Nancy's.
Making fun of them helps bring normalcy to like what's going on. So like we have to have that in this country. We have to have people push back against shit like Dave Chappelle did. So
keep the Karens, the woke Nage, the Trumpyites,
and he won I think he won an Emmy for that or something. Like
I'm sure he
did.
For
that after
he deserves an Emmy for everything.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, and it was really encouraging that things like Dave Chappelle, like The Last Dance, beat WAP. If WAP was number 1, I would have canceled the show. I would have never gone out into the public eye ever again.
WAP at 3 is pretty high, though, man.
I mean, people like some of that.
I saw a video. This is like
totally wet.
This is like totally me just assuming it's true, like because I saw just because I wanted it to be true. I saw a video of the Queen of England like rolling around in her car, and
not
they're like,
WAP.
and WAP. They're like the Queen of England's listening to WAP, and I mean it clearly was probably just someone playing that over the Queen of England driving in a car, but I was like, no, it's true.
I think it's nice to little kids want to believe in Santa Claus. You want to believe that the Queen of England's getting her freak onto WAP. I mean, it's fine.
I mean,
we all have dreams.
I'm gonna skip the fact check on that and just
it's 2020. We don't need to fact check anything.
No fact checks.
Yeah, just yell and scream about it because you believe it to be true. I like that.
Yeah,
but you know who I want to yell and scream at right now?
Who?
Everybody on social media posting their Spotify, Pandora, and Apple playlist. Do you care?
I do not.
Do you care what people are listening to?
Well, you know what I do care about is, does it do this on Apple Music? Because it didn't tell me what I listened to on Apple Music.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, so
like I am curious to see what I listen to the most, but I don't want to. I don't need to share it with everybody.
No.
But I was like, how do you do it? Like, I don't know. Spotify, I already know it's going to be either us, you're listening to us, or McAfee's pod.
Yeah.
But I don't, Apple, I don't know.
Does it do it? It does it for podcasts too?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't listen to Spotify for music. That's where I get my podcasts.
Yeah. I've been off Spotify
where you can find Bush League Bros if you're not on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, our podcast is on there. I'm a big, since I got to the iPhone, I'm a big Apple Music, Apple Podcasts guy now, converted. But I was a Spotify guy for a long time. I actually kind of miss Spotify. It was pretty legit.
I like Spotify.
Apple Music kind of sucks, dude. It kind of sucks.
I like Apple Music. I have a Samsung, but I use Apple Music because it came with my phone deal. I've grown to like it for music.
Yeah.
Making the playlist kind of stink. I don't like how.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Spotify was much better for like, oh, I like this song, put it on a playlist so I can listen to it later. Like Apple Music, I feel like I'm like, fucking, I can do it, but it's just a hassle, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Who has the time? Not me.
Yeah.
So everybody, great. Consume your content. Listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Listen to your groovy tunes.
The only thing you should be listening to on Spotify is this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to your groovy tunes. Listen to your WAP. Whatever you got going on. I just don't need to see it on social media. Okay. I don't even see it. I don't care.
No one cares.
Yeah. No one cares.
No one cares
at all. And it's time to get into some sports talk. Are you ready for that?
Let's go into
it. I can't, dude. My headphones are not staying in my ears today. I don't know what's going on here. But sports news, I'm just going to run through some things real quick. I'm actually going to leave the last one. It makes more sense for it to go first. I'm going to do that one last.
Okay.
The first one last. Going to go reverse order here. NCAA college football rankings came out. All the top 6 stayed the same because they all won.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State is getting screwed. Sorry, Fabian. Michigan did cancel the game due to allegedly COVID. COVID. Yeah, COVID. I do hope that they find a way to get them another game so they can play the Big Ten and get in the playoffs.
I saw maybe Texas A&M or something. I think
Fabian posted. A lot of people have been posting about that, and I think that makes sense because they're both one's on the outside looking in, the other one's 4. I like that idea a lot. I think that's probably why they won't do it because it makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm sure the teams would do it. I'm sure Ohio State and Texas A&M would do it, but
of course, yeah.
NCAA is going to NCAA.
Are we gonna have a Big Ten team in there or like I don't know?
If they don't let them have a Big Ten, if they don't let them into the Big Ten championship game, I don't think they are.
Yeah.
What are they? 4-0, 5-0? Like that's not. I think they're a top 4 team in the country, but that's not fair for them to play 5 games, everybody else to play 10.
Yeah.
And then get in.
Yeah,
and that sucks for them because they didn't do anything wrong. They did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. But almost like
what did they do wrong?
But no, not even that Ohio State did anything wrong.
The Big Ten fucked up.
Exactly. You can almost be like,
they
you
stink.
can almost put this on the Big Ten and be like, you guys don't deserve to have a team this year because of the way you handle it.
The Big Ten does, but Ohio State does, Big Ten doesn't. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Like I'm so out on college football in terms of is the Pac-12 like even still playing football?
They are, but they're irrelevant. I mean, Oregon was their only hope. They lost. USC stinks.
Yeah.
Even when they're ranked, they're always overranked. They're like Notre Dame. But
I mean, they were out when they announced they were only having a 7-game season, pretty much. Like everyone was like, all right, yeah.
We're like, you already stink anyway. Who cares about your 7 games? But whatever. Playing Caltech. Other thing in NCAA that we didn't cover, it actually happened a couple weeks ago. We got one of them lady kickers in a Power 5 conference. Is that okay? We got a lady kicker, Sarah Fuller, who was a national champ soccer player for Vanderbilt, is now their kicker. They didn't play this past weekend. The weekend before, all she got to do was do the opening kickoff, which was not a great kickoff. Don't know if that's her fault or if that's what they wanted her to do. I'm not bashing her. I just don't know. The team, though, couldn't get the ball, couldn't stop the other team, so they never got to kick off again or got a chance to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
So we don't really know what she can do. I don't really get I think if you're going to have women in football, I think kicker is a prime spot, and I think going for soccer players makes all the sense in the world to me. I think this is a good idea for the future. I don't know how the locker room is going to work.
I'm not against it. I will say I was a little disappointed in the kick you were talking about.
The kick was awful. That was a bad kick. It was not. Maybe they told her to squib it.
They must have told her to squib it. But I was because it showed her and she's putting her hand up ready to kick it, first woman to ever kick in the game.
Yeah.
And then she kicks this
nothing
30-yard squib.
It was. You hate to see it.
I was
you just see that and you're like, well.
I was hoping she was gonna boot it out the back of the end zone. You know
that's what you want her to do. Show off the leg.
Exactly. That would have been. I feel it would have been that would have been a huge story if she just kicked it out of the end zone. Yeah. As
soon as I saw, because I didn't watch that game live. I mean, who the hell's gonna watch Vanderbilt anyway, unless they're playing the Gators?
Yeah.
I saw that clip on one of the halftime shows that Saturday. And as soon as I saw it, I go, oh, the internet is about to have a field day.
No. Yeah.
And sure enough, there are some people out there that, man, they felt real justified when they saw that kick. And, you know, kind of a bummer, kind of funny. But
the thing with all of this is I am so for like women being kickers or women doing anything that like doing any sport that men typically do. But my caveat to that is, and it's always been like this when it comes to like stuff like this with sports. Like, obviously I'm not like a piece of shit. Like I don't have any issue.
I mean, you're a piece of shit, but not for misogyny. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah. But, and maybe some people are about to construe what I'm about to say that way, but you can't do it. Like you shouldn't get the job just because like you have to be better than the guy that you're replacing.
Sure.
Like you don't just get the job because like you're a pretty good kicker as a woman and there's a guy that's better kicker than you.
No,
you
yeah.
Right? Like, we can't have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I mean, we can have that, but like it's just like then you're rewarding it because they're a woman, you know, like they should get the job because they're better than.
Well, I mean, Vanderbilt stinks. So I can easily imagine her being better than any kicker they have or have had in the past 15, 20 years.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's Vanderbilt, so it's not.
She didn't look like it on that kick, but
hey, we'll see what happens. They got a new coach. They fired their coach after that. I think I would too. But yeah, I'm with you. Look, I'm not going to sit here and go, hey, let's have female quarterbacks, wide receivers. I'm not interested in any of that.
That'll never happen. Yeah.
I just don't. I'm sorry.
What other position?
It ain't going to happen.
Is there another
punter,
position?
Great.
Okay, punter, yeah. But is there any
I think soccer that's just a natural.
Yeah.
No, dude. Like, do you see? And look, let's put on defense. Do you see? Yeah. I don't care what they're built like. Do you see them at corner stopping DK Metcalf? No. Do you see them at linebacker stopping Derrick Henry? I don't. Yeah. I see full-grown men looking like children against those guys.
Yeah.
And it's not sexist. We're just, I hate to use the LeBron phrase, we're just built different. It's different makeup. Yeah. It's not controversial. I'm all for women in sports and doing good things in sports, but
I think this is the one thing I would say is really cool about this. Yeah, is I think this leads the door. I don't know when, but this will lead to a woman being a professional kicker at some point.
Sure, and I'm good for it if they can make the kicks. Look, the Dallas Cowboys, their kicker went 1 for 4 last night. If you're telling me we could have gone 4 for 4 and the kicker was a lady instead of a man, I don't give a damn. Give me the 4 for 4 all day, every day, because I'm here to win. You know, that's the bottom line.
Can we get Mia Hamm to come out of retirement and play for? Remember Mia Hamm?
Yes, I do remember. Why do you like Mia Hamm so much? Is that the only lady kicker you know? The only soccer player you know?
Soccer player? No, that's not true. Brandy Chastain.
I don't know who that is.
I'm just naming. She's the one that scored the game-winning goal in the '99 World Cup, dude.
Oh, I'm more into
ripped her shirt
Alexis
off?
Morgans, and you. Of course, you have to make it pornographic.
I'm not saying it was.
She ripped her shirt off. Oh, look at this guy.
Moment.
Yeah, I'm sure it was for you, pal.
I do know the name Alexis Morgan. I can't put a face to her, but she
sipped the tea in the last one. She was the one that sipped the tea in England.
Who's the one with the short hair that was on the
Megan Rapinoe or whatever? She's dating Sue Bird or married to Sue Bird or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
She is also good at soccer.
Look at us. We know all about lady sports. Yeah. I'm going to get in trouble for calling it lady sports. It's not good. So,
sports. Yeah.
Ladies sports. So before I dig even more of a grave, let's talk real quick about something that's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm very disappointed in this guy. Floyd Money Mayweather is now, it's not 100% official, but it looks like he's set to face Logan, not Jake Paul. Jake Paul's the one that knocked out Nate Robinson, and I don't even know if he's alive yet.
Yeah.
His older brother, Logan, also a YouTuber, in an exhibition boxing match next year.
Yeah.
This is gross. Like, isn't this beneath Mayweather? Like, what are you doing?
It's just crazy that, he's going to fight. I mean, I get he fought McGregor, but McGregor's like
at least he's a fighter. Yeah.
And like, I don't understand. Like, there's no chance that Jake Paul can win this, or Logan Paul.
This fight.
It's like and
that's
why.
I mean,
it's an exhibition for that reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I
I
mean, it's
was
just
all
crazy.
for the celebrity stuff. I know we talked about it in our last time, and I was going to beat up Jerry Jones, and you were going to beat up Leo just so you could meet him. I like celebrity boxing matches. I think it's good for the sport to get eyes on it. This, though, come on.
What's crazy is I've seen stuff that like people. I mean, I know the Paul brothers are huge, like in terms of the internet.
And I don't get it.
But I can't imagine this does bigger numbers than him versus McGregor. There's no way, right?
I don't know, dude.
I
Like
think there's too
these
many
young
people.
kids, I don't understand their culture. I don't understand them at all.
Yeah. What
I'm
I don't
old and out of
understand though
touch.
is like, you think these young kids are gonna pay however much in order?
I mean,
a
they'll
fight
probably
like this?
illegally stream it.
Exactly. They're all gonna illegally stream it. Like, I would say out of all the kids that'll watch this fight, maybe 25% will pay for it. All of the Jake Paul fans. Yeah.
I don't even think Mayweather
They're used to
fans are going
watching
to
shit
want
for
to watch
free
this.
on YouTube. You think like all of a sudden they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna pay $50.
I mean, I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't understand their little TikTok, YouTube, young kid culture. I don't get it. None of it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
This fight doesn't make sense to me. Tyson and Roy Jones, they did 1.6 mil pay-per-view buys, which is insane for an exhibition.
Yeah, for two old dudes. Yeah.
I don't think this is going to do that. I don't.
What did him
know,
versus
man.
Connor do? Do you?
I don't know the numbers, but I know the biggest boxing pay-per-view revenues buy rates were Mayweather Pacquiao's 1.
Yeah.
Mayweather Connor's 2. And Tyson Roy Jones is 3.
It's 3 now. Jesus.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, it was entertaining. It wasn't like it wasn't anything real, but
yeah, I
enjoyed it. This I don't know that.
Like, is he just gonna do the same thing he did with Connor? I mean, he could have knocked Connor out in like the first round, and he let Connor kind of hang around until the 8th. Like, is he gonna do that same thing where he just lets? I don't know.
Lets Logan gas himself out.
You understand how much bigger this guy is than?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said he's much bigger, but I don't care. He's
like 6. He's got to be like 6'1", 6'2", like 200 plus. Floyd Mayweather's like 5'6", like 145.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he's just gonna dance around him. That's all he's gonna do. If Logan Paul touches him, I'll be shocked, and I just don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Do I want to see the Pauls get their ass kicked? Yes, but Mayweather's not an ass kicker. Like, that's just not what he does.
Well, yeah, the main thing that this signifies to me, because I mean, Mayweather's never truly retired or out of it, right? Like, he's always flirting with like coming back, but this signifies that he's not fighting any real competition anymore. You know, like, he's not coming back to fight anyone that's like an actual threat in that division. Like, it's just that part's over if he's doing shit like this. Like, you don't go, you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
You don't fight a non-boxer, because there's like talks he could come back and maybe fight for the title again. Like, I don't know.
No.
That's been gone. That's kind of been out the window a little bit since the Conor fight, or I think there was like some talk of that after the Conor fight. But if he's doing this now, I mean, he's like 42, 43. He's done with that. It's just celebrity boxing gigs for millions. I mean, you got to hand it to Mayweather. I mean, he's going to make like another 100 million off this
I'm
fight.
sure he's not agreeing to this, or he won't do it unless he's getting a huge cash payout. So, I mean, good for him. I mean, I wish.
Doesn't it seem strange though? I mean, I know they're brothers, so it's like, but wouldn't you think it would have made more sense for him to fight Jake Paul, that is in everyone's mind now after not destroying Nate Robinson? Wouldn't it make more sense, and wouldn't there technically be like probably more buys from that? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, none of this makes sense at all to me, though. Yeah. That's what makes perfect sense. Is it all just kind of?
I heard he's doing it in Nate's honor, because he like helped train Nate for that other fight, which clearly didn't help much.
God.
And now he's doing it because he wants to beat up
redeem
the other
himself.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know, dude. Just fucking put the Diaz brothers versus the Paul brothers, and let's just end this bullshit once and for all. And
that would be a massacre.
Yeah, and it'd be awesome. It would be absolutely. I would pay to watch that because I know what's going to happen.
Of course.
I don't care if it's in a boxing ring or in an octagon. neither Diaz brother is going to adhere to the rules in a boxing ring anyway. So
No.
I think that would be electric to watch.
I want to
All on
see.
that.
I'm okay with can we get this celebrity fighting thing? Can we get this into the octagon? I don't think
That's
Dana.
what needs to. I don't.
I
It
don't think
wouldn't
Dana
be for
White would allow
UFC.
it.
Dana
Yeah.
wouldn't. No, Dana hates that shit. But
Yeah.
and rightfully, I mean, well, I don't know if he let CM Punk fight in an octagon, and that was pretty brutal to watch. But
Yeah, but
I
I
don't.
think
Yeah,
I just
I don't
want to
think he'd
see.
be
Yeah,
for it. Maybe
that's what I
maybe
would prefer to
Bellator would
see.
do it, or
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I don't know, some lower level MMA. What do you call league?
Yeah.
They should let it happen. Let's do it. Let's also go to the NFL because I'm kind of getting sick and tired of talking about the Pauls. That's 2 episodes I've had to talk about these clowns now.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
So let's talk a little NFL. And I don't know how much insight we're going to actually be able to give this time.
Yeah.
You have been working on your move. I probably between Saturday and Sunday, I probably did anywhere between 10 to 12 hours worth of homework on those 2 days. So I didn't get to watch anything on Sunday. Up until Monday night and last night, the most football I had watched this weekend was Saturday night. I went down to YouTube rabbit hole and ended up on Very Cavallari and watching Jay Cutler clips.
Nice. Yeah.
And I am now a huge Jay Cutler fan.
You gotta be, dude. Yeah.
That dude just does not give a damn about anything or anybody. And he's hilarious. I was a little embarrassed. I'm like, I can't watch Very Cavallari, but it said Jay Cutler is done moments part 1. And I watched. I'm like, well, that's pretty funny. And then there was a part 2. Like, well, that one was fun. I gotta watch this one. And then who knows how much I watched a lot of Very Cavallari this weekend. Yeah,
down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yeah, it was once his clips started disappearing.
He's a funny guy, dude. He's kind of like a dude's dude, or he just. I've seen some clips of Very Cavallari, and
That's good stuff.
Yeah, he's funny. He's the ultimate husband that's just like, Jesus Christ, like you're doing.
Hey, it's just so fed up with everything at all times. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So I don't really know how helpful we're going to be, but I did want to give you a chance to talk about your steamrolling of the Los Angeles Chargers, the Patriots' 45-0 victory. I'm going to let you go.
We're back. We are back, dude. How many times I got to tell you? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like, even if we win out, that we might be able to squeeze a wild card. We really need some things to fall in our place and win out. But
next episode, we're going to do a little in-out on playoff teams, and we're going to figure out how your team can get there.
The big thing is you can't argue that the Patriots haven't turned this around. I mean, this team could easily be. They could easily be. So
they're beating garbage. They could easily be 8-4. They haven't turned anything around. They could be, but they're not.
Yeah, but
the Cowboys could be 8-4, but they're not.
The Cowboys could not be 8-4.
Sure, they could. But they're not.
Yeah,
anything is possible according to Kevin Garnett, your boy. So they could be 8-4, but they're not.
Dude, you know what I just realized?
Nope.
Fucking A, dude. I've had this in, that split mode.
Oh, has it been going back and forth on us the whole time?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're Bush League. You've been moving and things happen. So
should we just leave it this way for the entirety of the episode?
I don't care. Do whatever you want, man. We're switching stuff up on the pod here soon anyway, so
we'll roll.
Don't overwork yourself over there, pal. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Now keep going on about your stupid Patriots.
All right. Well, I mean, if we win out, dude, I think they could get frisky in the playoffs. Cam Newton, 69 yards passing this week. Nice. I don't know. The running attack is legit. It's real, and I don't know. We took care of business. This was like Patriots of old, where you play an inferior team and you take care of business.
You beat a rookie quarterback. Good for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do against rookie quarterbacks.
Now you got the Rams this weekend, and we'll see what happens. I did want to bring this up because I was listening yesterday to, and I think this really kind of sums up what a lot of people feel about Patriots fans, and I want you to kind of correct this, or at least show the people that not all of you are the same. This clown came on the Pat McAfee show yesterday, and he called in because he wanted to complain that he hates Tom Brady. He's a diehard Patriots fan. He hates Tom Brady because last year you guys played the Dolphins at the end of the season. He took his mother or his grandmother to that game, and he was so mad at Brady's uninspired performance. He can totally overlook the fact that your team had won 6 Super Bowls with that guy and went to, what, 9 of them?
Yeah.
Right? You went to 9 Super Bowls, all because he went to one game and he didn't play great against Miami.
Yeah.
And the guy, I think Darius Butler came on the show, the old Colts safety, and called that guy just an entitled little clown. Mm-hmm. And I need you to tell me that you are all not the same, that many of you in Patriots Nation still have a great appreciation for everything that Tom Brady did for you, and you realize that it'll never be the same without him.
Of course. I mean, I'll always love Tom Brady, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't ever bash him per se.
You don't let one regular season loss to the Dolphins ruin. Come on.
No. But I don't know if you heard some of this other news coming out about Tom Brady with he.
I didn't.
So his company TB12 got, you know how all these small companies got like PPP loans or whatever during the pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently his company TB12, which you would think does pretty well considering, I mean,
Tom Brady doesn't lose money. Tom Brady makes money.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't. I don't really know. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. I wouldn't buy any of that. Like, it's kind of, a lot of it's like pseudoscience kind of bullshit. But
avocado ice cream, baby.
Exactly. So his company got like $1 million in PPP loans. Mm-hmm. And have you seen this? There's like an outrage this week.
No.
He just bought like some fucking sick new like speed yacht boat after the news of that just came out. And then there's like pictures of him in front of like, you know, like
his money and the company's money are 2 different things. Plus he's got Giselle's money. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Just still not a great look. Like when you're getting money from the government and then you're buying like
government's dumb enough to hand it out to you.
Speedboat. Yeah.
Do what you want. You can have your private money and your business money. I'm not here to get in another man's pocket, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a sellout. I'm here to have people put money in my pockets.
There we go.
Okay?
There we go. Yeah.
So, you know, I can hate Brady for a lot of reasons, but that sure is not going to be one of them.
That's not one of them? Yeah.
No, absolutely not. It's just more like
no, I don't hate him. I'm just saying, not the greatest look. Not the greatest look. Yeah.
Good for him. Enjoy the boat, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You earned it. Who cares? Government dumb enough to give it to you. Take what you can get. Bada bing, bada boom. Done with that. Not on here, but Steelers lost to the R-words, the Washington football team.
Yeah.
We glad their undefeated streak is over?
Yeah, of course. We knew they weren't going to make it through the whole
The most
season
worthless,
undefeated.
meaningless, undefeated streak of all time.
Yeah, they're probably about to lose next week to the Bills too. So
probably. But I'm just glad I don't have to hear another week of undefeated Steelers talk. It's embarrassing.
We've been talking about it for weeks. They're the most fraudulent undefeated team we've ever seen, maybe.
And good for Washington. They're going to get a worse draft pick now, so you know.
Yeah, I think that. I think that this is going to be. I think they're going to drop out of the first seed. I think that's going to go to the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, Chiefs probably went out.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I really feel like they're a team that their record should be more like, I don't know, 8-4 or like 9-3. Like they feel like
they're a good team.
Like
they're not a great team. Sure,
exactly. So yeah, I think that they just kind of got lucky that they played some shitty teams.
They played nobody all year and finally caught up to them.
Yeah, I think that this will catch up. I mean, they can still. I'm not saying that. Yeah, that obviously you can't be like, oh yeah, see, this is proof that they can't do anything in the playoffs or they can't make it to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. They need to do something with the running game, dude. The running game is fucking terrible. I think they ran for like 21 yards total.
Yeah, is James Conner healthy? I feel like I didn't see him at all.
I think he had COVID or something. I don't know. He's been out with COVID. He's on the COVID report or whatever. And
we got to talk about COVID here.
Yeah. So
did you see? So I don't really care what happened. The Cowboys lost. It was bound to happen. Can't stop the run. Bound to happen. On the road to secure our top 5 draft pick. Very excited about that. Very excited to start talking NFL draft here in the next couple months.
Yeah.
But this was supposed to be Dez Bryant, former Dallas Cowboy, leader in touchdown receptions in franchise history for us, playing against his former team. He's now on the Ravens. Did you hear about this story with Dez?
Yeah, with getting COVID right before the game.
He was on the field during warm-ups. Then they tested him after warm-ups. He had COVID, couldn't play. I'm expecting by the end of this week, we're going to find out half the Cowboys and half the Ravens have COVID again.
Yeah. No.
Like, how does this happen? Who dropped the ball? How does the NFL even let this game get played if that happens?
I know. It's so crazy that they let this game get played afterwards, but
wasn't Rudy Gobert in the NBA? Didn't he get tested positive and then they shut it down? They didn't even play the game?
Yeah, technically, yeah. That's what happened with
what are we doing?
Them. But I don't know, dude. You know the NFL doesn't care, dude. It's just
they just proved it.
Yeah. I mean, how many more Ravens can even get COVID? I mean, like, pretty much haven't they all had it at this point? So,
well, have they said you can't get COVID twice? I know some reports that some people have gotten it twice, so they can get it all over again.
I've heard disputing facts on whether you can get COVID.
So basically, you're telling me we're about a year into this shit and nobody knows anything. That's good.
Yeah,
but it's cured.
It's cured. Yeah.
Hey, did you see? This is not football related. It's COVID related. Did you see? At halftime, the news came on last night, and England, I think today, is doing their first Pfizer COVID vaccine administrations.
Yeah.
Let's start seeing if people start like growing tails or getting weird superpowers. It's going to be interesting. I'm ready to watch it happen. Thank you, England.
The other thing, I don't know. We can go. I guess we can divert into a little bit of COVID talk. The one thing I saw today that I didn't realize so they're going to have apparently 20 million doses by the end of this month out in given to people in the U.S., right?
Mm-hmm.
20 million. And then by the end of January, 100 million?
Yeah, I mean,
that's a lot of fucking people, dude. That's like,
I mean,
pretty much all the old people, for sure. All the healthcare workers, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people in this country? 340 million-ish, something like that?
Something like that, yeah. Their airlines are trying to make it to where if you have to have a passport to travel anywhere, you have to have a COVID passport showing that you've got your vaccine. I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of anything that has to prove I have had the vaccine.
Correct.
That's
my business. Ain't your business.
You want to talk about some conspiracy talk?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying.
That's fucking. If you don't have the fucking vaccine, you're going to the concentration camp.
Yeah, there's something going. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not one of those weirdos. But I'm not going to be the first one to take.
I should rephrase that. I didn't mean it like that. But that's what the conspiracy theorists think. They're like, if you don't have the vaccine, they're going to put you in these isolation zones.
Bro, this is Bush League Bros, okay?
Auschwitz 2.0. Yeah,
if you guys take anything we say serious, we really are going to compare it to gas chambers. I mean, you're out of your mind. I mean, we're just two idiots on a microphone, so we don't have to worry about woke nation.
I guess my thought on that is I don't know. Like, I think half of the country right now, at least half, would refuse to take the vaccine. Wouldn't you agree?
They probably would, yeah.
Including, dude, I don't want to take the vaccine. They just made this shit I'm not
again. I'm all for a vaccine. Great, but I don't want to take it first. I'm not
trying to get it.
Yeah, I want to see what other people do, yeah.
You know when I'll take the vaccine? I'll take that shit in like 5 years after we see what the long-term side effects of it are. Maybe I'll take it then. Do you get a flu shot every year?
I haven't gotten a flu shot, I don't think, since I went into college the first time when I was 18 years old.
Exactly.
And they had to get shots.
It's not necessary.
You know how many times I've gotten the flu since? Once. And it was a stomach flu. It wasn't even the real flu. So it was.
Even the real flu. No, exactly. It's that's what I mean. Like, I'm not trying to.
I have an incredible immune system.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take this vaccine.
I can raise and lower my cholesterol at will.
You know what I was thinking, though? I was like, all right, maybe if, like, all the professional athletes get, like, if all the NBA players get a COVID test or a COVID vaccine, and then they all make it through this whole NBA season, no side effects, and they're all still the same exact athletes they were before they got the vaccine, no long-term side effects for
I think you and I have,
I'll take it.
comparable physical attributes to NBA players. So if nothing happens to them, I mean, we'll probably be okay.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. But doesn't that make sense, right? Like
Yeah.
if a guy gets the vaccine in the NBA and then like he has like his worst season of his career, it make me second guess whether.
Yeah. Did you see that the previous presidents, Obama, W, and Clinton, have all said that they'll take the
They'll do it on
vaccine just to
camera.
prove that it's safe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said they're all
We're,
gonna do
we're
it on
like,
camera.
well, you're all fucking old as dirt. Of course you need to take the goddamn vaccine. You don't count.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're taking. That doesn't make me feel safer.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
oh,
also,
good for you.
that's
Plus,
like
you have
also though, like
access to like the best healthcare ever.
yeah. If you're like someone that like doesn't trust like the government, like, and you see that, they're like, of course they would all take the vaccine.
Here is the government. Yeah,
Here's the government. They're all taking fake vaccines. It's just
thanks, Obama. Yeah, I haven't been able to say thanks, Obama.
They're taking a gay vaccine. Do the Alex Jones.
Gay frogs. Gay frogs.
Vaccine's gonna make it gay.
I mean, hey, you never know. I don't know what
Nothing
kind of
wrong with
hormones
being
are
gay,
in
by the
there.
way. Yeah, I mean,
No, well, we're making fun of Alex Jones and his gay
if the
frog
vaccine made us
story,
all
you
gay,
know?
the world would probably be a better place. Gay people are
Oh, we would.
typically
Here,
much nicer than
here's
yeah.
well, here. Let me tell you this. No, there are just as many assholes that are gay that are straight. It's just that's just called being a human. It has nothing to do with your sexuality. So,
yeah. All right.
look, but here's the thing. You know, I don't have any interest in that, but it would probably be good for the world because if everyone's gay, nobody's reproducing, and humans will die off. And we are, pretty much killing everything. It's just we are the virus, as they like to say. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And we probably should gear back towards NFL football talk here. I don't know what just happened. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a little fun right there. Anything else?
A little conspiracy hour.
Yeah. Anything else NFL related that you want to talk about? I only have one more thing that I want to talk about, and that's Carson Wentz. But is there anything before that you want to get to?
Done. Trash, dude.
You think it's over?
It's got to be, dude. I mean, the only
thing
that's
think he's
it is
on
how much money they owe him.
Bro, he is owed the most money by anybody, I think, over the next 2 seasons.
But they can't. They have to ride it out next year. Because did you see I saw a stat. I think they had it on
60 mil or something guaranteed.
It's like 60. No, it's
or against the cap.
Mil against the cap next year. So if they let him go, I think, and
nobody's trading for Carson Wentz to count 60 million against the cap.
I don't even think it would be that. I think it just that cap. You can't have that much dead money against your.
Correct.
You can't get rid of a guy and have that much dead money against your cap. So I think if they traded him, it would change that slightly, but there's still going to be a bunch of dead money against the cap, I think. So you can't you can't cut him. They can't cut him because so. It's dude. They're fucked. They're stuck with him at least through next year. Is really like what that stat meant. Like, there's no way you can eat that much dead money and still field a football team. Yeah.
I mean, he was benched in the third quarter, right?
Yeah.
Third quarter last week for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts yesterday was named the starter for this week. Yeah. And this is just something I think the Eagles should have done weeks ago, and I'm sure you agree with that. I mean, Carson Wentz has been awful. He leads the league in sacks taken, leads the league in interceptions. He just hasn't been good. He's broken. And you got to see – I mean, you're not – I can't believe I'm saying this. Either the Giants or the R words are going to win the division. You got to see what you got in the kid.
Do you think that this was a scenario where even if he never tore his ACL – in that season, he should have been the MVP. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Tore his ACL. And do you think this was on the trajectory? He was going to kind of fizzle out anyway?
No.
Or do you think that this is a result of he's just one of those guys that is just never the same after
I think
have an injury?
I don't even think it's just necessarily the injury. I think Nick Foles winning a Super Bowl while he's on the sidelines was the worst thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah, just
because the locker room was like, oh, this is the guy. Nick Foles is the guy. Because next season, they all, even when Wentz was back, they were like, we want Foles. The locker room was absolutely divided on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that shook him, and I think it's more of a confidence thing now, and I feel like he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Then
there's something to be said about that. Say he had continued to play that year, right? And he was the guy that won the Super Bowl. Even if they were still terrible this year, they wouldn't be like considering
Correct.
like getting rid of him, right? Like he would
Yeah.
have been the guy that won them the Super Bowl. He was their young, like they would still ride this out and be like, okay, like he'll get back to that guy. But the fact you're right that he never won that Super Bowl, actually, I think.
Well, yeah, and then last year,
teammates confidence or the fans, yeah.
Last year, they get rid of Foles. They say, no, you're the guy. We choose you.
Yeah.
They have a ridiculous amount of injuries. He still plays good enough to get them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because, Dallas just shot themselves in the foot. Thank you, Jason Garrett. Well done, buddy.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, we're going into the season. What do they do in the second round? They draft a quarterback. Like right when you're giving this guy a little bit of shot of confidence, then you waste a second-round draft pick on a quarterback if Carson Wentz is truly your guy. I think that was the nail in the coffin for him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at a complete rebuild in Philly next season. I don't think that.
Hate to see it. Yeah.
Doug Peterson. Look, I ain't gonna say I hate. You love to see it as a Dallas fan.
Right.
If we were this bad, even though I am excited potentially getting a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna need it. That defense is just absolute dog shit. But
yeah,
if we were this bad, I wouldn't even care about the draft pick if the Eagles were good. I would just be having an absolutely miserable season. I don't care that the Giants and the R words are fighting for a division at 5 and 7. I'm just okay. They're going to go one and done. I know everyone's trying to hype them up. They've arrived. The NFC East has 2 good teams. No, you don't. You got 2 stinkers who are going to lose and get middling draft picks. I'm like, okay, good. Let's flounder their long-term success.
Yeah.
And I think, dude, Doug Peterson, does he want to come back next year? There's a lot of reports coming up that he might not be interested in being the head coach of this team anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be.
And I think Doug Peterson is a good football coach.
No, he is. He is. It's just, that team, I don't know, man. They're just back to the Eagles that we think about, dude. That just can't get their shit together.
The Eagles that I know.
Eagles are never going to be a team that's like a consistent winner in the NFL. Their fans probably don't deserve it. B,
their fans definitely don't deserve it. Trash people.
B, they're just not that type of franchise. Oh, hold on 1 second. Oh my God.
What happened?
Dude, my computer almost was 3 seconds away from automatic restart.
What the hell are you doing over there?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it was doing that, but close.
Going off the rails a few times.
Close call, dude. That was a close
well
call.
done.
Yeah.
Just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carson Wentz probably done in Philly, at least for this season. Jalen Hurts, we'll see what he does.
Yeah.
I'm not that confident that he's going to be great, but I'm sure for the next couple of weeks he'll instill some new energy and still help them lose ball games. So
exactly.
Anything else NFL-wise you want to talk about before we end the show with some Barside conversations?
No, I think we're good. We can move. We can move on
All
to that.
Cool. So let's get this show on the road here. You got some packing to go do, or you got some moving to go continue that I know you're really thrilled to do.
Super thrilled, dude.
So we want to start talking about Christmas, the old hingle jingle. It's coming around here. It's 3 weeks away or something like that, I think. I don't know. So we got some Christmas topics here, and we're going to start with this. We started the show talking about movies and how movie theaters are canceled, but I want to know, do you have a movie or set of movies that you watch to get you into any kind of Christmas spirit?
Yes, of course.
What do you got?
I would say all time. Ooh, it's tough, dude. There's a few good ones.
Give me what you got. Yeah, give me your few that you listen or watch to get into
the original Santa Claus.
The Year Without a Santa. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that is a good one. I don't mind that one.
Santa dies at his house, and then he has to be Santa.
Yeah.
So the original one, they had it like sequels that were awful, but the original Santa Claus, great Christmas movie. Tim Allen at his best. Home Improvement. Gotta love Tim Allen. Anyways,
I like that one.
After that, I would say it's weird. It's like a cheesy one, but I enjoy it because it was I liked it when I was a kid, so I'll still give it a watch now. Is the Jim Carrey Grinch?
Love the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Right?
Love it.
It's you can't really beat it. It's just a perfect encapsulation of a Christmas movie story.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows the Grinch story from when you were, little Dr. Seuss days as a kid. So
I love the original movie,
the original Grinch,
the cartoon.
the cartoon's
Yeah.
solid, yeah. But I think
That's on my list.
the Grinch is one of like the best modern Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say,
Yeah.
right? So what are yours? Yeah.
All
Those
right,
would be like
so
my top two probably.
I've got a couple here.
Yeah.
And both Grinches, the original cartoon and the Jim Carrey one, they're on my list. I got to watch those. Die Hard, we're not even. Aaron Rodgers came out this week and said Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and he doesn't care if people cancel him for saying it.
Yeah.
So if it's good enough for Aaron Rodgers to be a Christmas movie, it's good enough for me.
Okay.
So
fair.
Die Hard, both Grinches.
Yep.
And then if I have to pick like an old school, like one of those claymation Christmas movies,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to pick A Year Without a Santa Claus, where they had the heat miser and the freeze miser or whatever.
Yeah.
That was always my jam as a kid. I loved when those two fought. It's Christmas time, and I like where they're fighting. That's probably said more about me as a kid than anything else. But, the little girl singing I'll Have a Blue Christmas Without You, it's good. It's a solid Christmas flick. It doesn't take too much time to watch.
Yeah.
And it don't get much more Christmassy than that.
Solid pick.
What about
Overrated?
Tell me what your most overrated Christmas movie is.
I mean, I feel like this is one we'll probably be on the same page, dude. Home Alone, dude, is overrated.
Oh no! What?
Overrated, dude.
Are you? Home Alone is Die Hard for kids. Of course, I love Home Alone.
Yeah, dude.
Get out of town.
It's overrated, dude. I've watched it too many. Maybe I've just seen it too many times.
Wet Bandits are classic movie villains. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Joe Pesci?
I don't know. Maybe I've just seen it too many times now. I don't know.
Here's where I will agree. It's not
bad. I just think it's overrated.
Here's where, not overrated. It's the most ridiculous thing. It can get tiresome, and I know that because in 2004, when Florida got slapped by 4 freaking hurricanes in a row, we all had to huddle up in the living room because that's where the AC unit was, and that's where we slept, all in the living room, parents, sister, and myself, and we would watch movies. And for whatever reason, my sister wanted to watch Home Alone and Home Alone 2 for like every night for an entire week. Yeah. And she's the young one. She gets all the love. I'm the one here doing the real work, doing the goddamn yard, and putting some work and effort into this house. And she gets to pick all the fucking movies. Maybe there's some bitterness there. And I had to watch Home Alone for a week straight, so I didn't watch it for years after. Yeah. Come on. If you wanted to say Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone 1, I might hear you out on that. But
Home Alone 2 is a solid
Home Alone
pick.
is great.
Speaking of Home Alone, I got a sidebar on that.
Okay.
Are you of the school that Kevin's parents should have been arrested by the Department of Child and Family Services? Yeah.
100%.
DCF should have just taken them away.
Yeah. Absolutely. In either movie. Yeah.
You left your child home alone.
Yeah.
Twice.
Idiots.
Yeah. Just extreme child neglect. Yeah.
I mean, how old was he in that movie?
The first one, he was, he's
8?
like 10. I think he was actually 18 in both of them. Macaulay Culkin.
No, he wasn't wigged on the drugs yet then. No, this was. I mean, hey, he ended up with.
No, I think in the first one he was 12. I think legitimately.
Was he?
He played a 7-year-old, but he was 12.
Okay, but he was playing a 7-year-old.
And then the second one, he was 7.
I mean, even in the 90s, 7, little too young. You got to be in the double digits before you can be left at home by yourself.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, it's a solid movie, but definitely a little overrated. Let me think of another Christmas movie here.
I'll tell you, I don't like It's a Wonderful Life. I think that one's overrated.
Yeah.
Don't care about that. I think Rudolph and Frosty are a little overrated. Maybe it's because I've seen them so many times.
Yeah.
But
I haven't watched it. It's hard for me to say because
Charlie Brown Christmas a little overrated.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of those in over a decade, so it's tough for me to
I don't know if I have either. Yeah. To be honest with you, I know we used to watch them every Christmas in the house growing up. My mom had the whole DVD box set of all the Christmas classics.
Yeah.
And we have to go through them. And I'm just like,
is this fair to say? Any Christmas movie though that's been made since like 2010 on, like, I don't need to see.
Stinks? Yeah.
Yeah, like
what has been made? I don't even
They
know.
come out with like 17 every year on the fucking Lifetime channel, or something.
Oh, dude! I can't believe I did not incorporate. Speaking of Lifetime, fuck Christmas for a second.
Okay.
My buddy sent me this trailer.
Yeah.
My buddy Ray sent me this. Have you seen the Lifetime movie that's supposed? There's a real trailer for this, and supposedly that might have a real show, or might be just like a mini thing.
Okay.
Where it is it's Mario Lopez wearing a Schmedium shirt as Colonel Sanders, and this girl is dating another guy, or is supposed to be with this other guy, but she starts falling in love with Mario Lopez, Colonel Sanders, because he has the secret spices and the secret recipe. You need to check this out. Mario Lopez, Colonel
so is Mario
Sanders.
Lopez, like, he's like a young Colonel Sanders, like,
yes.
just inventing.
Correct. And it's sponsored by KFC. Like, dude, like, he sent me this whole trailer, and I'm like, is this fucking and like, she's got a knife, like, dude, like, it is all Lifetime, but it's all KFC and Mario Lopez. Okay. Let me pull this thing up here. It is.
I will have to. I'm
gonna show you a picture.
If I mean, I'm always down for like an awful movie. So yeah, it sounds like he's been in a few different Lifetime movies, if I remember correctly. That's kind of like his jam. It's like Lifetime movies.
It is,
and morning talk shows. I think.
Look, New York Post says Mario Lopez is finger licking good as Colonel Sanders in Recipe movie. So I guess it's called Recipe. And here you go. Hang on. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's see if you can.
You've got to be kidding me, dude. A Recipe for Seduction? That's the name?
A Recipe for Seduction. We all have our secrets. His just happens to be ... That is. I'm gonna watch that. I don't even care.
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
That sounds like something that I need in 2020.
Yeah. So
that's great. Anyway, back to Christmas.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Did you have any more?
No, Christmas movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's stop talking about Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Christmas music.
Okay.
Just straight up. Are you in or out on Christmas music?
Out. Yeah, I don't need it.
Thank God.
There's only a couple Christmas songs that like I can get behind.
Like what?
I mean, there's obviously the Mariah Carey one that plays 24/7. I think that universally.
Aren't we sick of that done?
I think universally everyone hates that song, right? Like, unless you're.
I think people liked it a lot for a while, but then when it became kind of like the Christmas anthem, like.
It's just like, yeah, how are we? Yeah, that's.
I mean
that because the reason I think people hate that so much is like November 1st that song starts playing. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think I know every word of that song. Yeah.
Like, you can't go in a department store around Christmas time and not have that song be on, like on loop. That's like the only song they play.
Christmas is about capitalism, not about love. So come on, Mariah, get with the times.
Come on.
Nobody's interested.
Good Christmas music. You ever heard do you remember the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas music?
Christmas time or whatever, yeah. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Sure. Me, I want a hoo, a hoo.
Exactly.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. That's
a jam.
That is a jam. That's a banger, as the kids say. Yeah. Sure.
Besides that, yeah, I mean, I can go for like some of like the classic ones, like the classic carols.
Yeah, the Grinch song.
Nicely. Yeah.
The Die Hard thing. What are you talking about? What's the Grinch song? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch? Come on.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah.
What are you doing?
So like that's what I mean. I can roll with the classics, but it's the same as like with the movies where like any new Christmas music, like I don't need to hear anyone make a new Christmas song.
I'm talking about Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande are dropping a new Christmas song. You're gonna check that out?
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be awful. Yeah, I'm sure.
Why are we hating on Ari, bro? What are you doing? She's very talented. Really appreciate how talented she is.
Yeah, maybe I'm just getting old, but I don't need any new.
I don't need any.
I don't need any new Christmas movies. I just need, I need maybe
give me the classics. Yep, just to get in, just so I can go. Okay, all right. I feel a little Christmas spirit, a little hingle jingle, and let's move on.
Yeah.
So, all right, last one here. You ready for it? I mean, we're both out on Christmas music. Christmas music stinks. Decorating for Christmas, inside, outside. Do you take part in any Christmas decor.
No.
Why not?
No. Who's got time for that, dude? Who's got time to be putting up lights and
Thank you.
Be even a tree, dude? I haven't gone with a tree in a while.
No,
it's like,
dude,
come on. What are we?
This whole situation reminds me of making your bed. Okay, and I know this one guy who I think was in the military did this famous speech on the importance of making your bed and blah 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 blah. Bro, you make your bed. Why? Just so later you can go back and mess it all up again.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Why am I gonna take all this time to put up lights, put up a tree, when it's just coming right back down? It just seems like a waste of time. I don't need it. If somebody else wants to do it, they can do it, but they're doing it, and I'm not helping in any way on the making or the cleanup. Bada bing, done.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm in the same boat. Like, not putting the tree up. I'm not getting pine cones all over the house and doing all that stuff.
Well, I mean, it's 2020. You got to go with a fake tree nowadays. I mean, who?
Yeah, you got to go. Yeah.
Dude, then you're vacuuming all the time, and you're watering the stupid thing.
Is like a mini fake tree nowadays. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'll look at my neighbors and go, "Good job, guys. That looks like it's going to be hell in 6 months when you finally decide to put it all away." But
the only good part I used to enjoy about the Christmas tree was you would burn it after, like, at least like where I grew up in New Hampshire, you'd bring it outside and you'd burn it after it dried out a little. Yeah, that was fun.
That's nice.
It would go up like really quick and stuff, and yeah. Or like I remember having like parties where like all people would like bring their trees, and like everyone would throw their tree on like a big bonfire.
And just have a burning. Dude, this sounds like some Nazi book burn type stuff. Ha ha ha! Christmas is dead, and I mean that sounds a little.
That's what you do with the tree after.
What's going on up there,
dude? Yeah, you burn that. You burn that tree.
Just chuck it in the woods.
Really, yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good on decorating. I'm good on Christmas music. I guess I could just be considered a Grinch, which I'm okay with.
Grinch is one of the best Christmas movies, so
exactly. That's my rebuttal. Yeah,
people love us if we're Grinches, but if you enjoy Christmas, good for you. We're not here to take you out of the Christmas spirit. We're just speaking our truths, and that's what's important nowadays. Speaking our truths. Oh, I fucking hate it. But do you have anything else that you want to talk about before we shut this thing down?
I do not.
Go enjoy the rest of our weeks. Okay, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the only one that we do this week, the week of December 9th, or whatever you want to say this week is. We'll be back sometime early next week. Feel free. You can go ahead and start sending us video submissions or tweeting us at Bush League Bros on the Facebook page. If you send us a video clip, we'll try to put the clip up on when we address whatever your question or topic is that we want to go over. Again, we're not going to get too personal. If it's a super personal question, we're going to pass. We got to keep some things personal. But for right now, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and the Twitter twatter at Bush League Bros. That's going to do it. That's Paul. I'm Brett. Until next time.
Peace.